Hey, Cookies here. There's no vault this week, but I do have some good resources to share with you guys and also just sharing my experiences so far with the expansion. So, starting off, the first character I leveled was my Paladin. Um, and I would say while leveling, my favorite zone to level in was probably the Azure Span. It's just really cool. I like the aesthetic of it, like the Tuskar, all that stuff. My favorite quest was also in the Azure Span. It's actually right when you get to the Azure Span, like the very first introduction quest. There is a Tuskar fishing with a Draenei, and they just have some like funny dialogue. And it, even though I was like leveling really quickly and just trying to get through it, I like paused for a moment there and like watched that whole thing happen and did that quest, the fishing quest, because I was interested in picking up fishing anyways. But yeah, that one definitely had me like stop and actually pay attention to what was going on for a moment. Besides that, I did level all my alts, so I literally have every healer at level 70 on week one, which is really awesome. I'm super happy with that. My evoker's on here too. He's just not tracked right now because I haven't logged into him today, I don't think. But I leveled all the healers, and I also did Mythic zeros on every character. So the results for that is the Paladin ended up with 353 item level. And just to preface, pretty much every character I only did Mythic zero on, and then I didn't really do anything else. So I just leveled to 70 and then did Mythic zero at whatever item level I was at, which was very low. And then I didn't really do anything else. I didn't even get the aiding the Accord quest done, unfortunately, on a lot of characters. I didn't get I didn't like go and farm world quests or do anything crazy. Like if there was maybe one or two world quest rewards I might have picked up, but for the most part, this is literally just doing M zeros and then leveling a new character, doing M zero, leveling a new character. So we have the Mistweaver Monk, which is sitting at 342 after a full clear of Mythic Zeros. So a little bit on the lower side. My Druid is at 346. My Priest is at 352, so also good item level. My Shaman's all the way down at 339. And then my Evoker, if I remember off the top of my head, it is 324 after a full clear of M zeros. My Evoker got super screwed over on luck compared to my other characters, but overall I'm really happy with it. Um, and as far as like the optional grinds that there are, like there's like the ring that people are farming, the 389 ring. There is the Sibelian and Rathion reputation. A lot of that stuff I'm just not going to be doing it. It's just not that in like incentivizing for me because I don't know exactly which character I'm going to be really focusing my time into yet. For raid, I have it set up to where I'm playing basically my monk, my paladin, and my druid, and I'm just kind of flexing depending on what my guild needs. So until I have like something more concrete of what I'm actually playing, there's not really any point of sitting there doing those like crazy grinds. So I'd rather just have multiple characters ready to go because a lot of that gear is going to get replaced from just the first week of Mythic Plus, anyways. I did want to share some resources though, talking about the various items that you can get that are higher than Mythic Zero gear. The first resource is just a couple YouTube channels, which is Dratnos and Tettles. So Dratnos and Tettles both make really, really good WoW content, especially at the start of new patches or new expansions. Just whenever there's new content in the game, they're very quick about posting updates almost daily about just things that are going on and things that are maybe difficult to be aware of unless you are, really into this side of the game of like min-maxing your characters and trying to get everything you can out of the new systems and new things to do and stuff. Um, like you can see here, this is so far Dratnos has already posted like over 7 videos almost every single day. Well, like a video a day, but 7 videos already of just like various resources and things to know that there's literally no way I would know about any of this stuff pretty much without seeing updates on it. And then Tettles pretty much does a very similar setup, so we'll definitely check their YouTube channels out. I'll have them link in the description. And then also as another resource, just Wowhead. Wowhead's a great resource. I usually keep my eye on the blue tracker and the recent news postings here, and you can just find again really interesting stuff in here that will help you just understand what's going on with the game and keep up, because that's the hardest part about a new expansion or just new content patches, is finding out what Blizzard hasn't been explaining to us like in depth, and like, you know, how to gear, how to get your characters prepared, what you can be doing with your free time, stuff like that. So now we're going into week 2 of Dragonflight. Week 1 was really fun. So what I'll be focusing on week 2 is pretty much the same thing as week 1, just without the leveling. So I have a lot less to do this week. So I'll basically just be doing Mythic Zeros again on every character, and then I'll be trying to fill the remainder of whatever like slots I have that don't get filled from Mythic Zeros. I'll be filling those with like open world loot. So I'll be doing world quests, world bosses, the weekly events, stuff like that, to try to finish getting every single piece of gear at a decent item level, which I would say a decent item level for me is like 365 in every slot, or higher. The goal for myself is to have pretty much 370 item level or higher on all of my characters, ideally, but at least on my raiding characters for sure. So that's what matters the most to me. So my Paladin, my Monk, and my Druid is what I want to be at 370 item level by the end of this week. So I'm going to do M0s and then try to get the rest of the way there by just doing open world content. As far as what you can expect from the channel for this week, as I do want to start updating since I haven't posted a video since right before Dragonflight launched, I'll be doing some commentary over my Mythic Zero runs this week, just talking about like frequently asked questions with specific healers or maybe gameplay related things. I have a couple topics written down, but if there's anything specific you want me to talk about for a specific healer, if you have like questions about how a certain ability should be used, I'm basically just trying to pinpoint like a very specific topic that I can talk about for about, 15, 20 minutes while I'm running an M0. And then just gonna post those and kind of have those be like the first in the like Healing Out Loud series that we do for Dragonflight. And then next week, the content will really start to actually kick off. That's when we're going to really start doing a lot of Healing Out Loud videos for Mythic Plus, as I'm like spamming Mythic Plus throughout the whole week. And then also that's when I want to start rolling out the patch 10.0 raid guides. But those will take, over the course of like, I would say this month is when you could expect the videos to be starting to get rolling out, because I want to make sure that the guides, especially, I always want to make sure that they are informational and not misleading, which is hard to do this early on in a tier, like when we haven't even started rating yet. So you might have to give me a couple weeks, but in the meantime, just sit tight, watch the Healing Out Loud videos, ask questions if you have them in our Discord, and then other than that, I will see you guys around and keep you guys updated as things move along. So see you later.